Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my pain cave. Today, we're going to do an FTP test, functional threshold power. I know in recent videos, I did that unboxing where I got the power meter. I really want to gear this channel and this content toward people who are just getting into cycling. So when I say I got a power meter, you're like, is that some kind of power up? Did you get a star like in Super Mario? But no, a power meter is meant to measure the amount of power that you're expending instantaneously. So for every second, like, it measures how much effort you're putting into each pedal stroke. I didn't explain that in the previous video, and I apologize. The FTP test we're going to be doing is on Zwift. So I'm going to show you guys the whole process. Of course, it'll be sped up because the test is about 42 minutes. I'm going to be doing the short one. The long one is an hour and some change, but as I have noticed, gains in my performance, like looking at my numbers on Strava, my overall level of exertion has decreased. So I want to do a FTP test so I can see where I'm at. So the FTP test is not meant to be an easy one. We're going to be going as hard as we can for 20 minutes. That's not as hard as you can and then 20 minutes, but I'm going to try and expend the most effort I can for the entire test. So as you guys will see, like, there's a warm up and I'll build up to the point where I'm actually going to just be doing that exercise. So before I got started, you see, put on my finest threads. This is one of the first jerseys I picked up, and it did not fit at all when I picked it up, but it's still a little short. And I'm gonna do some new clothing reviews once I get some new kit. Actually, I got a couple new pieces you might have seen in the background when I was introducing the video. To get us started or going while we're on the ride, got a little bit of energy in case I need it. You guys saw this in my epic ride video, linked right there. And of course we have something to drink. So still rocking that new hydration mix. Show it on screen for you guys. And some water. So when I'm out on the road, I don't really care how my bottles look. Got a couple of those big bottles, like the one with the blue top. Got that from Walmart, and it's excellent for down here. If I forget to clean it out, I paid $1.50 for it, so don't care. But let's get on Zwift. Let's get this test on. All right, so welcome to the FTP test and welcome to London and Zwift. So right now, starting out, I've already gone through the warm up and I did some other exercises, but for the sake of the video, I went ahead and chopped some of that off. So right now, I'm just doing a free ride and I'm trying to keep my power around 110 watts. So 110 watts for me is something that I could do all day, but obviously not going very fast, as you can see on the screen here. Like I said when I was introducing the video, the FTP test portion is as much power as you can put out for 20 minutes, not as much power as you can put out and then 20 minutes. So I am trying to stay around 200 watts for the duration of the 20-minute portion of the test. When I first started on Zwift, and that was before I picked up my road bike, I did an FTP test and the numbers were 176 watts. So that's why I'm here doing the FTP test now, because I want to increase my functional threshold power to 275 watts by November. and not a huge jump in power. So essentially 100 watts over my initial FTP. Now we're pulling up to the beginning of the FTP test, and it's time for me to put in that work. See on screen it says bring your power up to what you think you can hold for 20 minutes, and I'm starting out pretty strong. And I just want to get my heart rate to what I can maintain for the 20 minutes. As you can see, it's averaging out the power based on the amount of time that I've spent in the workout. Over time, that number is not going to fluctuate as much, but you guys will see that as we truck along. But you see my heart rate's almost at 160, and I want to try and keep it right around there. 150, like the high 150s, and just touching 160. So as you can see, I'm putting out well over 200 watts, but it's still early in the test. And again, I was excited. I'm recording it and wasn't sure how much I had in the tank. I'm doing FTP test. I'm probably not doing excellent, but I really do like that Zwift puts these prompts up on the screen, and it does the same thing for other workouts as well. Not all of them, because I signed up for the FTP Builder training program. Didn't really like it, and I couldn't make enough time, or should I say I wouldn't make enough time to do 4 workouts a week in addition to riding and having a life and a job. I'm going to figure out a way to work this FTP Builder in, and I'm going to share my FTP journey with you guys. We're halfway done, and it's definitely not feeling easy. So here's what's in front of me. This is the Zwift companion app on my screen, and it's showing my power and all that. I use the companion app for a lot of things, mostly the map. I can type in the chat on there. I can pause a workout, and it's just a phone mounted to my handlebars. It also doubles as a Bluetooth connection for any accessories I might have connected. So like my heart rate monitor or my power meter. As you can see, I did a voiceover for this video because, well, I couldn't talk. Got a minute left, and like you saw me get up out of the saddle, but not just yet. I think I'm going to put all the beans down at 30 seconds. So 30 seconds, here we go. So I'm digging in deep, breaking 1,000 watts, and that's it. That's all I got. There we go, my new FTP, 205.
That was hard. That was really hard. Glad to see a new FTP. I'll do this cool down, and we'll talk about it some more.
2 hours later.
All right, so as expected, the FTP test was challenging. And, well, I'm glad for the updated power numbers. Makes me feel like that all this riding is worth something for my fitness, at least. It's always fun, and it's always worth it to hop on my bike and ride, but that's because I enjoy it. So one of my goals for riding my bike is some weight loss. So I want to lose a little bit of the spare tire, well, really all of it, and I want to be able to compete in races. Not like as a racer per se, but I want to do well on the rides that I embark on, like the one that I'm working toward in November. So thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing your feedback in the comments. Make sure you leave something below, and shout out to the new subscribers. Thank you for joining the family. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.